road tripping to the girls at Nelson Brows and Beauty so that I can get my Cosmetic eyeliner tattooed on, and I am so excited. Alright, so it's time for the eyeliner, and I have the wonderful Rachel working her magic on me today for that. And she's just about to apply some numbing cream, so it's going to be interesting to feel what my eyeballs being numb is going to be like. So my eyelids are numb, feeling good and ready to go. And the wonderful Rachel, who is going to be working her magic. Woohoo! We're going to begin mapping, and then I'll show you that result before we start with the tattooing. So here we have Rachel showing us where the veins run inside the top of my eyelid and where she is going to avoid the needle as to not rupture any of those wee blood vessels, causing the pigment to run and bleed, spreading it where we don't want it to be. Okay, so Rachel, just lurking in the background there, has just marked out my first eye, and I'm really happy with that. The wee dot just up here off to the side is just a reference point as to where she's going to fade out the pigment, just so it's not too much of a harsh line coming down. So that's looking really good. So now to match up the other eye. Okay, so mapping is complete. I'm really happy with that. What we've done is we've just kept it a mil shorter than my lash line, just so it doesn't feel like it's pulling my eye downwards. I've got rounder eyes and I want to keep them lifted on that outer corner. And just like this side here, we're going to be fading it out so it's not such a harsh line all the way down into the center. So it's looking awesome. Okay, so now we have begun. Rachel is now cosmetically tattooing along the top of my lash line, embedding it right in between my eyelashes so that it's a nice natural effect. She will be doing a couple of passovers, and then we will assess how it's looking in between before the final passover. Now that I've set up, Rachel is able to check at eye level for symmetry, make sure that everything is looking the same on both eyes, and if there's any tweaks that need to be made, she is now marking them out before we go in for our final passover. Looking amazing. Absolutely beautiful. Really happy with that. And I'm so surprised I don't have red, puffy, swollen eyes. They're a little bit swollen, but nothing over dramatic. I can still go shopping. I struggled not to fall asleep through that whole entire procedure. It was absolutely amazing. No pain whatsoever. A little bit of discomfort with wiping, but nothing that was unbearable. Completely blew my mind considering the little needles, but completely painless. So super happy with that and absolutely loving the result. Looking forward to seeing how it's going to look in the coming days. Welcome to day one of my Cosmetic eyeliner tattoo. I had the beautiful Rachel do this for me over at Nelson Brows and Beauty also, and she did an absolutely incredible job. As you saw from the previous clip, she mapped them out beautifully and the final result is just incredible. What we were wanting to achieve was just an enhancement of my natural lash line. I didn't want to feel like I was wearing a winged eyeliner every day or anything too heavy when I wanted to be natural and makeup free. I just wanted to feel like I was put together and I could roll out of bed and walk out the door if I wanted to, and she has hit the nail on the head with that one. So with the process itself, I didn't feel too much discomfort. There was a little bit of a pinprick sensation, but it wasn't anything too overwhelming. Again, with the anesthetic cream that was applied, each time she was passing over a different eye, it had the chance to settle in before she moved back on to the next eye. And with that, I just about fell asleep, to be quite honest. I had to actually keep myself from falling asleep because when this mama's laying there with her eyes closed, she wants to drift off. So it was a really pleasant experience. Rachel was lovely and gentle, and I really appreciate what she's created here. So I was told to expect a little bit of distortion in the shape of the eyeliner, just taking into account that there could be a little bit of swelling and a little bit of redness in different areas, which can distort the line. However, today I don't have any of that from what I can feel. I guess there may be a little bit, however it's nothing that's obvious to the eye. And the tightness and tenderness that I was to expect hasn't really been what I would expect it to be. I woke up this morning feeling absolutely fine and quite happily went to rub my eyes just as my wake up routine, and had to stop myself because it doesn't hurt. It's not there that I needed to be aware of it. So I guess that's the danger factor, because you do want to keep away from touching and putting any bacteria in there that may cause infection. You want to keep the area nice and clean and finger free. So as you can see, there isn't any redness today. I'm feeling quite good, and the itchiness that I assume I am to expect hasn't set in yet. So day one, I'm actually feeling amazing. However, I am keeping an open mind to that potentially changing tomorrow. With the Aftercare, it's a case of just keeping the area really nice and clean. So keeping away from any facial products, any makeup, any lotions, any cleansers. I have a step-by-step process on how to look after my eyeliner. The first blurb here explains what I'm to expect immediately following the application and what to expect in the coming 2 to 3 days. This here explains what my immediate aftercare is for the first day, today, and this here is for the rest of the week. So this is a fabulous guide on how to get the best result out of my Cosmetic eyeliner and how to care for my eyeliner the best I can for the most straightforward healing process and best result. So I was given a little tub of a tui balm, a couple of cotton swabs, and a little bottle of distilled water. So these are my best friends for the next 7 days. I just had some nice distilled water in here. I could use rose water, just anything that's going to be bacteria free. This here is my Tui balm that I was provided, and just a wee cotton tip, nice clean dry cotton tip. So every 2 to 3 hours I'll be just using a little bit of this with my cotton tip to remove the previous Tui balm that I had applied 2 to 3 hours prior, and that's just giving it a nice cleanse, removing any of the excess product and any bacteria, giving it a clean surface to then apply some more Tui balm. And it just needs to be the littlest amount, just something like just a rice grain size amount, just to keep it nice and hydrated and to prevent the blood plasma from forming and scabbing, and therefore premature loss of pigment. So I got home immediately, I changed my pillowcase, I made sure I had a nice clean area to lay my head, and I have been really vigilant with my aftercare thus far. So with the eyeliner, it's expected to fade by 30 to 50%. So as you can see, I have quite a bold, black, intense line at the moment, but that needs to be there to allow for that 30 to 50% fading. And in 7 to 10 days, once they have fully healed, the true tone will be revealed, and that'll be what I will be left with. The pigment can actually shrink just a smidge as well, so that's been taken into account. However, the touch-up appointment that I will be required to have done in 6 weeks, that's going to take into account if there's been any loss in pigment, any changes to the shape, and any corrections that need to be made can be done then. And taking into account everyone's healing process is different, everyone's final result is different, so this is just my journey to showcase to you, just to give you an idea of the whole process and what to expect. Okay, so day 2 of my eyeliner. I am feeling awesome today. No further discomfort that I felt any more than yesterday. They don't feel tight, they don't feel sore. Every now and again I just want to squeeze my eyes and have a bit of a blink because there's a little bit of an itchy sort of twinge that comes on. But other than that, they're easy peasy. I feel like the thickness of the pigment has shrunk just a little bit, so the line feels a little bit more fine, if anything. Which suits me just great because that's what I wanted to achieve, just a nice enhancement of my natural lash line. So day 2, feeling awesome. Okay, day 3 for my Cosmetic tattooed eyeliner. Nothing super different to talk about today, other than with applying my aftercare, I no longer feel any sensitivity to the touch. I think last night was the most difference I felt for the 3 days so far, and that was just a little bit of an itch that just came and went every now and again, and I would have to stop myself from having a wee scratch or a wee rub. And other than that, they feel fantastic. The line I think has shrunken just a little bit more, so it's just day by day looking more natural. So as you can see, it's nestled right into my lash line now. So day 3, no vast changes. Perhaps maybe just I can feel a little bit on the ends that they're starting to harden as I'm applying my aftercare. Just on the end of the cotton tip, I'm feeling just a little bit of a hard ridge. So that may be the start of a little bit of scabbing. But it's not something I can feel on myself that's abnormal. So yeah, feeling good, feeling great. I'm actually enjoying walking around, feeling makeup free and fresh, and like this is just my natural dark lash line. So day 3 is awesome. So day 4 of the eyeliner, my eyes feel absolutely amazing. The line seems to be a lot more neat and embedded into my lash line a little bit more today. I had a little bit of an itchy eye this morning, which has subsided now and they feel great. So today I wanted to show you without the Tui Balm on my eyeliner, just so you can see its effect on its own and then what it's looking like with the Tui Balm on. So here's my really nice neat wee line that's happening. The shape is absolutely beautiful. Oh, she's done a wonderful job. Rachel has explained to me as the days go on, the line will shrink and blend into my lash line, and that's exactly what is happening. I don't feel like the line is as a harsh, bold black as it was in the beginning. It's becoming really lovely and natural now. So this is the eyeliner without the Tui Balm on. So it looks like as I'm applying the Tui Balm, a little bit of the pigment is flaking away, which I was to expect, so that must be some of the slight scabbing that's happening. And how I like to apply this is just to gently lift my lid upward, and I go over the top of the lash line. So, and then I like to just come a little bit up from underneath as well, and embed it right into the lashes so that I get full coverage. And that's with the Tui Balm on. So I'm feeling really chuffed as the days go on that it's just having that absolute perfect effect that we were going for. And discomfort wise, there just hasn't been any. I wish there was something more exciting to say about it, but there just hasn't been. I know that's also a weird thing to say, no one wants discomfort, but it's almost a little bit too easy. I am so glad that I did this. Okay, day 5 eyeliner. Looking fantastic as per. However, I've noticed a little bit more pigment has come away on my cotton bud when I am applying my Tui Balm. However, when I look closely, I can't see where it's come away from. So I'd say it's just a very fine top layer, even though the pigment is underneath lower in the skin. That crusty top layer just comes away and it looks like a chunk of pigment that's broken away, but I haven't been left with any patchy spots or anywhere that it looks like I'm missing any eyeliner. So not a lot to report on day 5 other than that. No itchiness, no sensation of there being a feeling of having a tattoo done on my eyelid. So we're pretty easy today on day 5. And here's just an up close look at how my eyeliner is just fading in nicely into the lash line. That's just the Tui Balm that you can see, that little white spots every now and again. Still a really nice even line throughout. Looking good. See you on day 6. Eyeliner today I feel has been a little bit more itchy. Not so much now, just this morning until probably mid-morning I just felt just a little bit irritated, and I just think it's because it's drying out. As I have been applying the Aftercare, the Tui Balm, I've noticed a little bit more of the flakes of pigment has come away on the cotton bud.
However, there's no gaps where that's come away, so I guess it's just the outer layer of the skin flaking off, but the pigment is still there underneath. So yeah, no interruption on the line at all, and it has faded from that really stark black to a nice neutral muted tone that's right embedded into my lash line. I find that the line has blurred a little bit too, it's not so sharp. So yeah, it's feeling really good, and it's looking really good on day 6. Cool, so day 7 of my Cosmetic tattooed eyeliner. I am really lucky in the sense that I haven't had any discomfort. The little bits of pigment that have come away on the cotton bud hasn't left any blank areas or faded areas. I do think as a whole the pigment has faded a little bit. I wouldn't say as much as I thought it would, but I'm happy with that because it does look really good. It's blended really beautifully with my eyelashes. I'm excited that in 3 days I get to put on some mascara and just see how it all looks together. So I'll show you that as well. But on day 7 we mark 1 week since I had the Cosmetic eyeliner tattooed on. And yeah, we're kind of in the clear after the 7 to 10 day mark for the full healing process. And then at the 3 to 4 week mark I will show you again how it's settled and the true colour that it has decided to settle as. And then from there I will be getting my 6 week touch-up done. But yeah, it's been an easy road so far. Good morning! I am at 4 weeks today for my Cosmetic eyeliner. Just rolling out of bed to show you how I look when I wake up in the mornings. Feeling fabulous. And here is what my eyeliner is looking like at the 4 week mark. So at 4 weeks, the fading hasn't been as dramatic as I was to expect, so I'm pleasantly surprised at 4 weeks how they're still looking. I feel so good rolling out of bed in the morning and I'm just like, hey, I actually have borders to my eyes, I don't look like a naked mole rat with my fair invisible lashes and no pigment. So I feel really good rolling out of bed in the morning. So this is me in the morning and just a weird cheeky shot to show you how my makeup looks pairing with the beautiful Cosmetic eyeliner that I have been blessed with. Okay, so I'm back at the Nelson Brows and Beauty headquarters. Excited to see the girls again and get everything all touched up. See you in there.
small amount of anaesthetic along your lash line on top of the eyeliner.
Okay, so that's my touch-up done for my eyeliner, and they are looking so good. I really didn't feel like I needed to even be in there today, and the girls agreed that the eyeliner has just stayed so good and it has held its pigment so well. So I had a longevity layer applied to my eyeliner today to just really lock that pigment in, and again, it was just a checkup to see if any changes needed to be made, if any areas were inconsistent, or any patchy areas, or where it may have shrunk too much, where I may have wanted it thicker. However, I was so super happy walking in there after 6 weeks, and they just looked amazing. So we just did a really quick pass over a couple of times to really lock that pigment in. So as you can see, there's a little bit of swelling and a little bit of redness, but they actually feel great. They don't feel like they look like they should. So this is the healed and complete result. I've had my initial treatment and my touch-up done now, and after this many weeks ahead, this is their true and complete form, and I couldn't be happier. The pigment is so relaxed into my lash line. It's looking so fantastic. I am so confident to step out and rock my bare face in style with a nice little frame around the windows that are my eyes. So yeah, I honestly could not recommend having this done more, especially for fair girls out there. Sometimes we need a little help, you know. And yeah, the girls over at Nelson Brows and Beauty are going to be more than happy to answer any questions that you may have, as am I, purely on a personal experience level, and they can help you with anything more technical. So yeah, thank you for joining me on this journey, and I hope that you can all fire me through some awesome photos after having your eyeliner or brows or even your lips done.